Okay, and we are live. Hello and welcome everybody on this session tonight. I'm excited. I'm very excited for you because if you have made it to this number 4 of the social media training and you have, applied some of my strategies and you have been following some of my strategies, I can tell you, you are already in the top of, basically all of the network marketers, because you have done more than most people ever do when they start with, of course, this great opportunity in terms of building a business with network marketing. So that's fantastic. I already congratulate you for that. And I'm excited. I'm really excited because I love this lesson. I love the lesson on closing. I never liked closing. I never liked to sell people. This is one of my, biggest sort of fears I always had when I came into this business. And so that's why I so much love it, because I overcame it. From being an introvert, an extreme introvert person myself, even though it doesn't look like right now, but I'm really extreme introvert, I could overcome. And the point is, if I could overcome, well, then there's no question that you can overcome that. I know we understand most people don't like to sell. That's one of the most common objections. And yet everybody is selling. We're selling our kids, why they have to do their homework, don't we? Our kids sell us why they want to have that gadget, and they sell us very well that we eventually buy them. So we're all doing that all day long. Okay, so you don't need to have fear. You're going to learn everything. And that's the beautiful part of that, that there is a chance, there's opportunity definitely for you to win in this amazing opportunity. So let's get into it. You're beautiful people on the call. We're going to really be talking about closing and how to close. This is what we're going to learn in this lesson. And of course, this is obviously where, the money is made. And understand that this, I'm really going to be honest with you here. I'm going to be right up front with you here in this, and let you know that you got to go through a lot of rejection, a lot of numbers in order to really see success. So there's no other way around. I've said it many times throughout, of course, these training sessions and any sessions, that you are going to be willing to go through a lot of rejection. That's just the way it is. Listen, imagine that you were the best of the best in belly-to-belly marketing, belly-to-belly sales. You probably close 1 out of every 3 people. Now, write this down. I really want you to write this down. If you are the best of the best of the best selling belly-to-belly, you probably close 1 out of 3 people that you present to. Yeah, 1 out of 3. That's the number. If you were the best of the best. Now, I teach you about social media mastery. That means online. Now, if you would be really the best in the world marketing online, you probably sign up about 1 or 2 out of every 10 people that you talk to. Out of every 10 people that you talk to, that you present to, that you have either sent them to a Zoom, either to a Skype call, either to watch a video, a phone call, whatsoever. So people you actually present to, you're going to close out of 1 or 2 out of 10 people. That's why I always said belly to belly obviously is the highest form, because you see you physically there with the person. The second one is then, of course, online via Zoom, via video, they see us, all right? But of course, you need to go through more numbers. Online, you need to go through more numbers. So 1 or 2, if you were the best in the world online, out of 10 people you actually present to. You actually present to. You send a video, they go through the funnel, or they are on a Skype call with you, they're on a phone call, they're on a Zoom presentation, whatsoever. Okay, so you have to go through a lot of numbers. And the biggest key, you see, for me, enrolling hundreds of people online has been going through a lot of rejection and willing to go through rejection, and that is okay. Okay. And listen, if you are not willing to go through rejection, you're not willing to succeed. You're simply not willing to succeed. So really, let's get this straight up front. You got to go through a lot of numbers. I mean, I know many of the top leaders and in the industry of network marketing. I mean, I know a lot of them, and their whole strategy is always 10 no's a day or 20 no's a day. Okay. Again, that is now, of course, people that you present online, send the videos and the funneling, send a Zoom meeting. And because they go through so many no's, obviously, they all ended up getting lots of yeses. And so here's the reality. Whether you marketing online or you're marketing offline, the reality is people do business with and people buy from those that they know and they like and they trust. And see, hopefully that likability factor, by the time that you get someone to watch your presentation, to come on a Zoom call, to come on a Skype call, you already get them to make a decision. Hopefully you already built that likability factor up before. And this is why, in fact, this is exactly what you do in the attract phase. So in the attract phase, when you are sharing content on social media, you're sharing things that are showcasing your personality, that they buy from you. And that is why people don't buy from companies. They buy from you, right? They buy from you. They buy because they like you and they trust you. So you're doing live videos, you being fun, you being entertaining, you're putting content out, you're putting yourself out there. And that creates a likability factor. It creates a trust factor. It creates the know factor. And so I tell you, I've had, so many people that have reached out to me, that they have seen a presentation, that, they may not even know, most likely not, what business I'm really in, okay? They don't know that I'm in Utopian Global. And so I had many people that have reached out to me that haven't seen any presentation. They don't know really what I'm in, yet they send me a message, Claudia, I want to work with you. Can I sign up with your opportunity? Can you coach me? Can you help me make money online? I get those questions all the time. And they don't even know what company I'm in. And they're doing that because I've done an effective job in the attract phase of building, of course, the know, like, and trust factor. So I've created authority. And so that is something that you build up over time. See, I didn't start out of that way, right? But I never forget my first videos I did with Bob Proctor. I was interviewing Bob Proctor. I mean, I was scared. I was shaking. I mean, I can't even watch those videos now because I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I looked so silly, oh my God. But yet I did it. So I've created authority, and you don't have to necessarily do a video with Bob Proctor, you see, but I've created authority. And so that is something, again, that you build over time. And nobody else started out that way. But when you stay consistent with this and you follow the coaching that I actually have given you in those 4 coaching classes, it's going to start to happen. So let's go and talk about closing. When closing or in closing, the key is really having a lot of fun with it. The whole closing process, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, okay? Understand, you are going to get a lot of no's. So what the heck? And if you just can convince yourself and tell yourself you love to close regardless the outcome, regardless if they say yes, regardless if they reject you, regardless of the outcome, regardless of all the rejections you get, that you just love collecting decisions, either a decision to join, either a decision not to join, or either a no decision, can't decide yet. It's going to be okay. See, I did not like the closing process. I didn't like selling. I did not like being sold. And therefore, see, I was really bad. I was really bad at it. I never liked to ask the question. I would do a really good presentation. I just couldn't ask okay, so what's the next step? So are you ready to sign up? So are we getting you ready to get started with a savings plan? I couldn't say that. I was terrible. I was terrified. I couldn't say that. See, and I, of course, because of that, couldn't have had lots of results until I learned to enjoy the process of closing. See, I was so bad at asking that question, but I learned, I decided, if I want to be at the top of the top, if I wanted to really break through, if I wanted to have that success, I decided I got to have fun with it. And I'm not going to take it personal if I'm being rejected. You see, I learned that also from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He said, don't take things personally. Never take it personally. It's not you. It's just may not the time. It's may just not now. It's may, well, there's so many other things going on right now, or whatever. It's just don't take it personally. And this is in anything in life. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. So today, of course, pretty much everything I do resolves around, do I really love to do it? Do I really enjoy doing what I do? And I tell you what, I love to close. I love this process. I enjoy the whole process of getting to know somebody, learning more about them, learning what do they do? What do they come from? What are they doing in their lives? What is their vision? What is their purpose? I love to listen. I love to listen to stories. Love it. And then I love to see if there's a way that my opportunity fits with them, that my opportunity, my product and service can help them make a better life. I love to find out about that. And then, of course, I got to present it to them. And yes, then I got to close them. So see, the reason why I created this program for you is I love creating programs that help you accelerate. I hope that really you now get that. I'm super passionate. I'm really excited about helping other people. See, as Zig Ziglar, great person, fantastic person. He said so well, if you just help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And so that's what it is about. In fact, it's really my parts, this is my life's mission. I mean, I love it. I believe that's why I'm really effective in doing it. So I encourage you start closing more, get to love and enjoy the process. Be excited about your product, service, opportunity you have with Utopian Global. See, so many people are so concerned with being cool. I was that. And looking good at presentation. I was that. And all of the benefits, all the details, they think they have to know everything of the product, the services. And so, well, my advice to you is love to help people. If you sometimes even say crap, meaning like, or make mistakes, or, didn't say the right thing or whatsoever, love to help people. You're getting better. You're getting better. You will get better with things. So this is my advice to you, is love to help people have a better life. Okay. That's what we do. We do show them an option how to have a better life. And that makes the closing process so much easier. See, the closing is easy when you really, truly understand that you have a product that truly helps people increase their wealth and therefore really making the life better. See, think about that. See, I believe the most beautiful feeling in life is when you help people. Isn't there nothing more beautiful when, we are giving gifts and see our child or friend opening gifts with joy? When I'm traveling and to those many places, all around the world. And I see kids, with these eyes full of joy when they get a little gift, when they get even the gift of a smile back, of an attention you give to them, of showing them something. I mean, I remember down there in Uganda, Pastor Eddie's little son, Samuel, he was so fanatic with my computer mouse. He was on this mouse, you cannot believe. He was clicking there back and forth and clicking. He could better dominate the mouse than I could. And then, of course, he was onto the computer, obviously, and he knew exactly which window opens. And he was only, I don't know how old, I think maybe 2 or 3 or something like that. But the joy of learning, and now he learned another click, another thing, another thing. This is amazing. So with our opportunity, we help people having a better life. You see, that's what we do. And so this is what our product does, our service. We are not only giving them hope, but also real tangible products which will better their lives. And this is so wonderful. See, I'm super excited. I mean, come on, can anybody join me up again? I would do it. Where can I sign up right now? So listen, you gotta have fun. You gotta be excited. See, great leaders, okay, have the ability to transfer emotions. Yeah, emotions. Why is that important? Because again, stories do what? Stories sell, right? Stories sell. That's what stories sell. Emotions, therefore, of course, sell. People, of course, they buy into stories, they buy into emotions. The product itself, the company itself, the compensation plan itself, that is telling, that is giving facts, but it's the emotion, it's your excitement. This is why we sometimes say, when people are getting started, we can get them through training first, but some are so excited. And so when you wanted to choose, let's say somebody super excited and ignorance of fire, or somebody getting trained, well, what is better? Sometimes better is ignorance on fire, because they're so excited, they're getting other people on board. Yes, of course, they need to learn ASAP, at least the basic skills. But sometimes it's really great ignorance on fire, because they're excited no matter what. They don't know anything, and people will follow them because they're excited, right? So excitement is key. So when I'm coaching you, of course, on how to, or anybody, of course, who I'm joining, on how to build the business using social media, I'm transferring emotions to you so that you enjoy the process of learning, and so that you are more likely to listen to more of the trainings. You're more likely to listen to some other of trainings I did, okay? Some additional stuff I've created, because I have transferred emotions to you and you have gotten value, right? So give value to other people by sharing yourself, by sharing your emotion, your excitement, okay? So here's a mindset that I believe that you really need to have when it comes to closing. See, again, a lot of network marketers, they live in a world of scarcity. And they are so hungry for someone to buy their products and services. They are so, it's awkward already. It's so, and of course, no wonder they are not getting people to join. They go after people, and then they talk bad, and they smash other companies, and they're doing that. Now, I myself also have smashed in the past other companies when I didn't know, when I didn't had the understanding, but not really big time. But sometimes, I may have said something I shouldn't have said. Now, when it comes to scams, it's different. I'm saying my opinion because it's my right to say my opinion if I really have the knowledge that and believe that is. But anyway, so most network marketers, or a lot to say, they live in this world of scarcity. So they're so hungry for someone to join the opportunity. They look at every prospect, every person that will potentially join. It's like, oh, they are a blessing. See, this was a big shift for me when I finalized, or I realized, better to say, yes, okay, it may be a blessing for them. There maybe be a blessing for me if they join. Listen to that carefully. Listen. Okay. They may be a blessing for me. They may be a blessing for them. They may be a blessing for me if they join me. But what is the big blessing? What is the big blessing actually here? The big blessing, okay, get this right. You got to get this right. The big blessing is to actually work with me. That is the big blessing. I'm the blessing. That my product, services, opportunity is a major blessing for the other person. That is the blessing. Okay? So the other networkers, most of them, a lot of them, they look at that if, oh, I need to get this prospect. This is going to be a blessing. It's going to change my life. No. Stop it. Stop it right now. You are going to be the blessing. Our products and services, our opportunity is going to be the blessing. Very different. And you see, when I was able to have that mindset, I realized that I can live in abundance. I know I'm going to reach the top in my company, the top rank in my company, which I did. I knew I'm going to make $1 million. I knew I'm going to have freedom. Okay. And this is exactly what I got. See, all of that is going to happen regardless of any one person saying yes or no. But here's what I do know. If a person joins, if they are coachable, if they are teachable, if they are not going to give up, I can make them unstoppable. I can literally make them unstoppable. I can change their life forever. I can be the biggest blessing in my company, can be the biggest blessing in the world for them. And so my posture started to change. And listen, if your posture when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to closing, is one of neediness, you will struggle. You will struggle. You struggle greatly in closing because, mark my words, your prospect can sense neediness like a dog smells fear. Okay? So realize that you are listening to the call today. You are the blessing. You are the blessing. Now, you may not have had a lot of success yet, okay? But you know a lot more, especially, of course, since you're going through, this course. And you now really in the top one of all of the network marketers in the world when it comes to marketing and recruiting online. Mark my words. Most people do not have an idea of what you already know when you're done with the training, okay? So be confident in yourself. See, you may have read a lot of books, maybe on leadership, that most people never read. You may have, read books on network marketing, books on success, books on mindset that most people never had. Maybe you went through all the coaching lessons we have in our back office from Bob Proctor, Craig Reed, Life Cycle of Money, Philip Judge, Chris Martenson, Crash Course. You may have done all that. Carolita Oliveros on wealth coaching. You may have done all that. See, understand, you are the blessing. See, a big shift for me happened when I was introduced in this world of network marketing, in particular to, of course, the income potential by actually seeing, of course, back in my old company where I was working for corporate, what people are doing, what people are making, ordinary people, no matter what walk of life they came from. And this is, of course, where I actually met, of course, our founder and CEO, Bill Well. And this is when I finally eventually quit my job and got full time into network marketing. And this is when I was able to move from a place of scarcity to a place of abundance. When I realized that my prospect is not the blessing, I am the blessing, and my opportunity and my company is the blessing. And I was able to step in level of power, understanding that even through, I didn't have a lot of success at the time, that the people I was presenting to that may, at the time right now, were making more money than me in their particular profession. It didn't matter, because my posture, my understanding was greater, that the opportunity that I had here with Utopian Global was so amazing, it could even change their lives. You see, at the time, I also was, of course, working as a waitress in this French Mediterranean restaurant, which belonged to the former first TV chef of Germany's first, of course, first TV chef. And of course, besides, I was, of course, working as the assistant of the vice president and the customer service manager in this top network marketing company, and one of the top in the world. And I didn't have this lot of success, but I had this understanding. I didn't have a lot of credibility, but what I had is the amazing opportunity that I knew could change people's life. And since I had read tons of books on leadership, that I have studied mindset, I studied successful leaders in network marketing. I read all about network marketing. I knew a lot about it. And I knew Utopian Global. I knew what Utopian Global would stand for. I knew what Utopian Global could do. So from an educational standpoint, back in the day, back in my beginnings, I have had more credibility than they did in my own right. And so I was able to step into a place of power and be able to let people know, listen, when you lock arms with me, talking to the prospect, when you lock arms with me, when you lock arms with me, when you are coachable, when you are teachable, I will not give up on you. We are going to crush this together. We will smash it together, okay? So I closed with a manner of certainty, and being able to close from this sense of certainty. If you want to be a masterful closer, you got to do that. You got to close with certainty, close with confidence, close with an incredible level of belief in, of course, the company, in our products, in our services, in the incredible level of belief. This is really so key. And this incredible belief, I mean, in what? In your prospect. In your prospect, that your prospect can do it. Yes, that your prospect can do it. Learn to believe in other people more than they believe in themselves. Very key. Learn to believe, okay, in other people more than they believe in themselves. Very key. And this is something that people need to hear. It's something that I've talked about it, of course, in many of my coaching sessions, of course, in the course here, is that you can do this. You can crush this. You can get there. You can learn that. You can smash that. I could. I was an extreme introvert. You see, remember, when I was traveling and I was traveling alone, I wouldn't go out of my room. I would order the food into my room because I was too scared to go down into the damn restaurant. I was too scared. I was too scared. I was afraid. This is how introvert I was. I changed. So, and I don't know, of course, what your background is, okay? I don't know how successful or unsuccessful you are. I know that you can do this, because I really come from a spiritual belief that says that if one man or one woman can go out and have success in network marketing, can have success in this, another one can as well. If I could get to the top, you can too. See, And I believe that God or Allah, whoever you believe in, granted us with this potential. And here's what I know is true about you. Here's, that of course, I want you to know about your prospect. See, okay, let me phrase it differently. So we all understand there's a higher potential, right? There is a higher potential. We are living in a physical body, we are human beings, and we have a spirit. And I do certainly believe that God granted us with that potential. And here's what I know is true about you. Here's what I want you to know about your prospect. And that is, God gifted them with unlimited potential. Unlimited, there's no limit, there's no limit. There's no end. There's no end to what we can do. There's no end. There's simply, this is the beautiful part. There's no end. There's an unlimitation. We cannot express, we cannot think of what is the limit. There is no limit. You see, you gift to your prospect is you relaying to the fact and you knowing and having belief that they have that potential and that they can be huge and they can be a blessing to so many people, to so many other people. So believe in people more than they believe in themselves. How do you do that? You tell them, listen, I've seen you on social media. You tell this to your people. I've seen the way you are with your family. I've seen your videos. I've seen your posts. We've interacted. I know you can do this. You are loaded with charisma. You do compliment them. You are a great person. You are so beautiful. You are so outgoing. You are whatever. You compliment them. Tell them what's true about themselves, that they may have a hint that they know, but they need that reinforcement. They need that reinforcement from that other person. Believe in other people. Believe in other people powerfully, and you will be a powerful closer. Okay? Now, people want to know what? People want to know, can I do it? So we may have the best products and services. We may have the best opportunity to demand, the best compensation plan in history. Yeah, may all of that be true. Okay. But none of that matters if it really doesn't matter if you don't let them know that they can do this. Okay. Why? And how do you do that? Well, through explaining the system. You want, and number one, let them know that the product, of course, as number one, let them know that the products and services work, right? You share story, therefore. Hopefully, of course, however you present or what you present, be it in a Zoom, be it in a video, be it in a course, be it in a corporate presentation, whatever, on a phone call, hopefully it's, the person who is presenting does a good job. The opportunity, we know it works. So hopefully whatever you present about Utopian Global, if you're presenting the opportunity, if you're presenting the gold or silver, the prosperity program, I hope that, of course, they get your energy. They get, of course, that this is actually working. I hope they get that, they understand that. See, the big question, what people have is, can I do that? Can I do it? And so you want to highlight the system. You can share with them what you did with them and ask simple questions. So when you're meeting them online, when you're talking to them, when you're walking them through the process, when you're showing them an opportunity, when you're showing them the Zoom call, when you're getting on a Skype, when you're getting on a presentation. So when you're walking them actually through the whole process of presenting and closing, simply, the biggest question they have is, can I do that? And you want to simply share them. Can you do what I did with you? Hey, we connected on social media, right? We messaged back a couple of times back and forward, right? If I ask you a question, if you're open to review something, Yes, and you said yes. I sent you a video. I got on the phone with you, or you saw the opportunity. Do you think you could do the same with other people I did with you? And if the answer is yes, my friend, you can do this. Okay, okay. This is how you talk with people. This is what you talk with how you talk with people. You close them this way. If the answer is yes, then yes, you can do that. And that is the number one most important question that prospects have. They may not ask you that question directly, but number one question is, can I do this? And you want to let them also know, hey, I'm here to support you. I'm going to be here to answer your questions, okay? You're not doing this business, of course, for them, but you're helping them with the business. Now, here's the thing. If you're just sending out videos, you always want to do what? You always want to schedule a follow-up, okay? And this is very critical. Now, it's more important online to really schedule a follow-up than it's belly to belly offline. It's critical in both, of course, to really do a follow-up, but you've always wanting to follow up. You always want to do that, right? So you always want to have an appointment. It's just, so if you just like send a video, hey, let me know if you're interested, they're unlikely to get back to you, right? Hey, let me, if you're interested, send you this, let me send you a Zoom, let me send you an invite. They're not going to get back to you. See, what really causes people to make decisions is sometimes a little bit of pressure. And I'm not saying, high pressure in closing. I don't really believe in that, okay? But there has to be a certain amount of pressure. And so if just you're sending a video, you're setting an appointment, you're setting a time to follow up, and you give a decision, a thumbs up, thumbs down, either way, it's totally cool. But you got to do that. You got to say something. When can they check out the video? Are they going to check out the video? You got to say something. You got to do some closing in there. So no emotional attachment. Remember, you're not needy. You live in a place of abundance. You're out helping people, a lot of people, and you love to help them if they're willing to be helped. Okay? Again, our job, and I said it over and over time, our job as leader is to simply be a coach, to help people go from where they are at to where they want to be. And they have to be open. They have to be willing to say yes. They have to be willing to take action. And our job as leaders and as a coach is to help them in the process. Of course, setting appointments and this process of setting appointments is key, is important. Now, of course, hopefully you're setting an appointment on the phone, you're getting on a Zoom, you're having them watch a webinar or something like that. The key is you want to ask, of course, number one reason why people don't join your opportunity is that you don't ask. They're not asked, right? So you need to ask, hey, are you ready to start your asset accumulation plan now? Are you ready to start saving in assets which will grow in value? Are you ready to start owning a share in our oil field? Are you ready to get on a Power Prosperity plan? Are you ready to improve your life? Are you ready to grow your wealth by starting with our program now? Those are all closing questions. Are you ready to partner up? You see, the number one key is to ask. And then finally, I'm going to say it again, okay, because it's so important, okay? Really, 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 really important. So, I mean, it's so important to transfer certainty, to transfer faith in them, to transfer belief in them. You really have to do that. Listen, my friend, of course, I know you can do this, right? If you're coachable, if you are teachable, if you lock arms with me, that is talking to the prospect. I'm not talking to you as if you're a prospect. Listen, my friend, I know you can crush this. I know you can do that if you're coachable, if you are teachable, if you lock arms with me. I will not let you fail. Let's go crush this together, okay? That's what you say. Very, very simple. The key is doing a lot, be willing to go through a lot of no's. And I don't care how good you are. You may be naturally talented. None of that really matters if you're not willing to go through a lot of numbers. And listen, the more you do this, the better you get, all right? I said it in, I believe, one of the previous trainings on this program. There is an art and a science to this business. The science I'm actually teaching you right now. You getting the science. And hopefully you've taken lots of notes and you're understanding the science. You're understanding the process, how it all works, right? The process is the science, okay? You're understanding the process. The process is the science. The art is a little bit different. The big money is more made in the art than in the science. This is where the big money is made. I teach you the science, you're going to learn the art. So how do you get the art? Okay, so you get the science like, you know, the back of your hand really fairly quickly, right? If you're willing to go through the programs and you're willing to do, of course, all what I have taught you, just keep doing it. The art is knowing, you know, what to say to the right person, understanding personality colors, personality styles, your voice inflection. Sometimes you're super excited and you talk fast with a person. And, you know, sometimes you have a person who's comes from a slower pace. Okay, so all of that happens from doing it over and over and over again. Just understand you're going to get it eventually. And I know it can be scary. And I know it's probably a little bit maybe going out of your comfort zone, but listen, the only way you get over fear is doing the thing that you are afraid of. And see what happens, and every time you overcome the fear, every time you get out of your comfort zone expands. And you will get to the point where your comfort zone will be massive and it will be getting so big that you will be hardly recognize yourself. And that's what I really want for you, is to continually step out on faith, continually really bust through the things that you are afraid of, continue to have courage, and really, mark my words, you can do this. Now listen, the lesson, of course, is not over. Comment in the Facebook groups, in the affiliate groups, in the Make Wealth Real, in the members group, in all those groups, in the community. Communicate, contribute to the community. Let me know, what was your biggest takeaway? What is the biggest insights you got on this training? Put in the comments and look at someone else's comment and expand on what they wrote. Encourage. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. All together, we are more powerful. And when you contribute, of course, to the groups, you help everyone else grow. When you're reading everyone else's comments, it helps you. It's not just me teaching this. It's all of us teaching it. So thank you, of course, for listening to the training. I know it has been long. I know it's been a lot of talks, but it was an important session. It's an important session, and I hope that you got some value out of that. And I thank you, of course, for listening to me, and I hopefully encouraged you that you have belief in you, that you can do it. So with that, I want to say thank you, and I see you on the next bonus lesson in our social media mastery course. It's a four lessons course, with the fifth being a bonus lesson. So with that, thank you so much, and I see you in the next